from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Jones. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Throwing Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He gets away from one. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. In your plate.
He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, watch the
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Handoff to Barkley. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Watch it. Keep it up.
He'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give the receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, you're able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 4. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Shut up. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. They find some open field here. The 40. 20.
Always
and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 97 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score just 17. Dolphins nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for the Dolphins. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Blood.
They'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Back 55, back 55.
They'll drop to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal.
A 46-yard attempt.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And some space here. He's at the 40.
Here we go.
The 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Let's go, D.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Go, go, go. Check the backer, check the backer.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Watch out, watch out.
Hey, check that. Street.
Now Saquon Barkley wiggles free. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
26, check 26.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He'll try again with the arm here. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Jones. And able to get this out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
It's just me and you. Hey, check my...
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. The left side completion to Jones. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
No chance. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Get that quarterback. And all court. Drag him 60.
Throwing after the interception. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Jones throw into the hands of Fan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Khalil Mack, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 97 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Benjamin St. Jude on the tackle. It's a gain of 10.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. first down. Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handling.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now back to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Barkley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 149 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. Jones. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Jets. A big play there. With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They'd go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Right there in the middle, 55.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back.
Too little, Cupcake. 45.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
4 down, 4 down. Check, 4 down, 4 down. Check, 45 is the mark.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Miami, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.